Supreetha. Welcome to my math class. So in the previous lectures on Laplace transform, we studied some basic definition of Laplace transform. Yes, we studied some formulas and then we solved some problems on them. Okay, and then we studied the three properties: shifting property, derivative property, and the integral property. Okay, and in the previous lecture, we studied something about periodic function. Agree? So now in this lecture, then we solve another problem on periodic function. Okay, as you can see, I've already written the question. They are saying f of t is equal to a for the interval 0 to a and minus a for the interval a to 2a. Yes, we have to find the Laplace of f of t. What is Laplace of f of t? What is the formula? That was 1 divided by 1 minus e to the power minus st integration from 0 to capital T f of t e power minus st dt. Correct? So now what is the value of capital T? As you can see, we have the highest limit is 2a, right? So that would be our capital T. So let me substitute that. Laplace of f of t is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus 2as integration from 0 to 2a f of t e power minus st dt. Now what should I do? I'll split the integral, that is, I'll write it as 0 to a plus a to 2a. Okay, a to 2a. From 0 to a, what is the value of f of t? See, from 0 to a, the value of f of t is a. Okay, so I'll write it as a e power minus st dt. Now, from a to 2a, what do we have? From a to 2a, f of t is minus a. Okay, so that would be minus a e power minus st dt. Okay, so here I would have 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus 2as as it is. Now, in both the terms, in both the integrals, a is common. A is a constant, so I can take it out. So what else is remaining? Write down as it is. Now, what is integration of e power minus st? Integration of e power minus st is, okay, we know that integral e power at is integration of e power at dt is e power at divided by a. Okay, so our integration would be, that would be e power minus st divided by minus s minus, okay, this is from 0 to a, minus e power minus st divided by minus s. The limits are from a to 2a. This minus and minus becomes plus, and whatever we have over here comes to every step. Okay, so yes, what would we get after applying upper limit? That would be e power minus as divided by minus s minus e power 0 divided by minus s. So minus into minus becomes plus. Okay, plus e power minus 2as, right, divided by s. Wherever we have t, we apply the limits. Okay, upper limit minus e power minus as divided by s. Okay, so now we can write this as minus e power minus as divided by s plus 1 divided by s plus e power minus 2as divided by s minus e power minus as divided by s. Okay, So this things we write a divided by 1 minus e power minus 2as for each step. Okay, what is the LCM? LCM is S. So the numerator would be plus 1 plus e power minus 2as minus e power minus as. Okay. As you can see, these two terms are same. Agree? This term and this term. So I'll write it as what? Minus 2. Yes. Minus 2 e power minus as plus e power minus 2as plus 1 divided by s. Okay. What next? What should we do? In the last problem, what did we do? Yes. Can I write e power minus 2as as e power? Okay. So first let me just replace it something like this. Can I write it like this? It is commutative, right? So I can just write it like this. So in the next step, what I'll do, yeah, I'll write 1 as 1 square. Here I'll write 2 e power minus as into 1 plus this term I'll write it as e power minus as the whole square. This thing divided by s. Okay. What next? As you can see, we have in the numerator a square, yes, a square minus 2ba or 2ab, it means the same, plus b square. What is a square? Minus 2ab plus b square. A square minus 2ab or 2ba, it means the same, b square. So the formula is a minus b the whole square. Okay. So that would be, yes, a. What do we have in place of a? We have 1 minus in place of b I have e power minus as the whole square divided by s. Okay. So here in the denominator, can I write this as e power minus as the whole square? Yes, I just put a bracket around this. Okay, the power would remain the same. Again, if you want to go back to the previous step, as into 2 would be 2as. Okay, so here we have 1 square minus something square. So that is in the form of a square minus b square. What is the formula? A square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. So that would be a divided by 1 plus e power minus as into 1 minus e power minus as. Okay, into 1 minus e power minus as the whole square divided by s. So these both terms gets cancelled. So what do we have? We have a into 1 minus e power minus as divided by s into 1 plus e power minus as. Okay. So in the numerator, what should I multiply to get tan hyperbolic as divided by 2? Let me check. Okay, I'll multiply this with e power as divided by 2. I cannot only multiply, right? I should even divide it, as divided by 2. Okay, in the question itself, you would have a clue with what to multiply. You have here as divided by 2. Agree? So multiply it with e power as divided by 2. Okay. So yes, what will happen here? 1 into e power as divided by 2 is e power as divided by 2 minus e power minus as into e power as divided by 2 is, bases are same, add the powers, I would get as plus as divided by 2. I can take as common, so that would be minus 1 plus half. What is minus 1 plus half? It is minus half. Okay, so this would be e power minus as divided by 2 divided by s. Okay, the same logic in the denominator, I would get e power as divided by 2 plus e power minus as divided by 2. Okay, now going back to our trigonometric formulas, what is e power 80 plus e power minus 80 divided by 2? It is cos hyperbolic 80. Okay, so what is e power 80 plus e power minus 80? That would be 2 cos hyperbolic 80. Okay, so here I'll write in the numerator, I can write it as, when you have negative, it is sine hyperbolic 80. So I'll write it as sine hyperbolic as divided by 2 divided by 2 cos hyperbolic as divided by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Agree? So I would have a divided by s tan hyperbolic as divided by 2. Okay. So we've shown it right. We've arrived at this. That is as tan hyperbolic as divided by 2. Moving on to our next question, that is, as you can see, the second question is f of t is equal to 3t and 6, and they have given the limits. Okay, we are supposed to find what? We are supposed to find Laplace of f of t. Okay, what is the formula of Laplace of f of t? That is 1 divided by 1 minus e to the power minus s capital T integral 0 to capital T f of t e power minus s t dt. This is our first step. What is the second step? We would have to substitute t value. What is capital T value? Capital T value is 4. Okay, that is 4. Let me substitute that. They have only mentioned in the question, right, that the period is 4. So I'll write it as e power minus 4s integral from 0 to 4 f of t e power minus st dt. Okay, what else have they given? What is the next step? We would have to substitute f of t value. As you can see, f of t value is varying. That is from 0 to t, f of t value is 3t. Let me write that information in my problem. That is from 0 to 2, f of t value is 3t. 3t e power minus st plus from 2 to 4, f of t value is 6. Right? From 2 to 4, the value is 6. And e power minus st dt remains as it is. Okay, this part just comes for every step. Okay, yes. So now, what next? We would have to integrate. How do you integrate? Okay, let me integrate the first term first. Okay, integration of 3t. Okay, let me take out 3 common. It is a constant. What is integration of 0 to 2 t e power minus st? 0 to 2 t e power minus st. What do you have in place of u? You have t. In place of v, I have e power minus st. How do you recognize this? Use I late. Okay. T comes under algebraic, E comes under exponential. So first algebraic comes in the order. So I took U as T. Okay. So what is the Bernoulli's formula? That is U integration V minus U dash double integration V plus U double dash triple integration of V and so on. Okay. Now, if U is equal to T, what is U dash? U dash is 1. U double dash is 0. Agree? So now what is integration of v? Integration of v is minus st divided by minus s. What is double integration of v? That would be e power minus st divided by s square. Okay, as you can see, if you have u dash, you would have to integrate it twice. Let me substitute the values in this formula. Okay, so what would happen to our first integral? Okay, for the first integral, I would have to substitute, yes, I would have to substitute 3 into, in place of u, t, integration of v, right? U integration of v. Integration of v is e power minus st divided by minus s. Okay, minus u dash. What is u dash? U dash is 1. What is double integration of v? Double integration of v is e power minus st divided by s square. Okay, so what do we have? Like the second integral, what happens to that? 6 is a constant, I'll take it out. E power minus st divided by minus s. Limits are from 2 to 4. Okay, so in the next step what I'll do, I'll just substitute the integral, or I'll just write it as it is. Minus s from 2 to 4. The first integral is from 0 to 2. Okay, so let me apply the limits. We apply the limits for t, right? Because we integrated with respect to t. Okay, so yes, 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus 4s into 3. Okay, wherever you have t, substitute 2 e power minus 2s divided by minus s minus e power minus 2s divided by s square. Okay, lower limit would be plus 0, right? In place of t, if I substitute 0, 0 into anything is 0. Minus into the lower limit negative and this negative, that would be plus, and e power 0 divided by s square plus 6 e power minus 4s divided by minus s. I'll write negative sign over here. Okay, so I would get minus divided by s. Okay, so lower limit minus and this negative becomes plus e power minus 2s divided by s. Okay, so yes, even here I have a 6, right? Okay, so 3 would be multiplied only till here. Okay, so what do I have now? 1 minus e power minus 4s. Okay, 3 2s are 6, e power minus 2s divided by s. There is a negative, minus e power minus 2s divided by s square plus 1 divided by s square minus 6 e power minus 4s divided by s plus 6 e power minus 2s divided by s. So I'll just take LCM of all the s. Okay, so what would that be? Here I have s and s. LCM would be s. In the numerator, write down as it is. E power minus 2s plus 1 minus 6 e power minus 4s. Okay, plus LCM of s square would be minus e power minus 2s plus 1, or I can also write it as 1 minus, yes, 1 minus e power minus 2s, and this term would remain as it is. Okay, as you can see in the question, they have not asked you to deduce, or they have not asked you to show that, anything like that, right? So if you solve till here, that is enough. Okay, so as you can see in the first question, any periodic function question, the first step is write the formula. Next step is substitute capital T value, and then f of t values. Observe how to substitute f of t values, integrate, After integration, if they've asked you to show that it is equal to something, try simplifying your integration answer and try reducing it to the given equation. Okay, so yes, that is it for today's class. Thank you.